Good morning, everybody. Well, it's been a few chilly days, but the sun is out and it is beautiful outside. I think it's in its 40s still, but it's nice. With the sun out, you feel the warmth. So, anyway, one of the things I was going to tell you about the other day, and I didn't get a chance to because we were on the road going towards Texarkana, but we're back at the house. I mean, we just went to Texarkana to do a couple of things and then came back home. But, okay, the other day, we decided to go into town. And we decided, okay, let's not take my van, leave Cookie in the van because Cookie would destroy it if I left her in the house. She'd probably eat all of my blankets completely. So, we went in Noah's car. Well, Noah's car, he had taken all the seats out except the driver's seat because that's what he was living in. And, of course, he stored whatever he had in there and pitched a tent and, you know, what have you. Anyway, so we go into town and we did a few little shopping. And while we're there, Noah said, well, you know, the floor here in the living area is a little too soft. So we decided, let's get some plywood and we'll redo the floor. And being that it would be difficult to bring the whole sheet in here, we had it cut into thirds. Well, we're in Noah's car and his is a little old Toyota, you know. So I'm sitting, he fixes in the back where I could sit. It's the styrofoam or whatever you want to call it back there because it doesn't have a seat. But I could use the seat belt. So we're back there. Anyway, we stopped at Ace. We got lumber. We had it cut. And then to put it in. Okay, like I said, no seats. He puts it into the trunk, two sections, you know. And the other section we couldn't put in the trunk. We had to put inside the vehicle. Well, in putting it in the trunk, being that there's no back seat, you push it all the way forward. I'm there, so I'm having to move, and I'm moving, and I'm moving, and all of a sudden I'm on the floorboard in the passenger side. We have groceries that we ended up putting there. I'm in the passenger side. We had to do one more stop. So here I am, all scrunched up, man. I was scrunched up, but I couldn't get out. You know, I felt like a 500-pound weight. Noah's trying to get me out, and I'm rocking myself. My knees weren't going to straighten out. I mean, and I'm laughing because I thought it was hilarious. I mean, I'm like, wow, what am I doing? This is ridiculous. And me laughing made Noah laugh, so we're both cackling there in this parking lot. People looking at us like, oh, are they crazy? But we couldn't help it. Finally, he was able to get me out. And we went in, got the rest of the stuff we needed, got in the car, and I said, I am not getting out again until we get to the house. No way am I getting out of this again. I looked like a fool. But we were laughing so hard. We were just hysterical. I mean, it was, you have to be there to really see how funny it looked. Yes, I know somebody's going to say, well, that was dangerous. Yes, it was. I'm not going to say it wasn't. But it wasn't a planned thing. I started with seatbelt, and I ended up with nothing except boards in the back, board on the side, groceries in the front, and I'm there. We got home. We made it home okay. Thank God for that. And everything came out good. But right now, what I'm doing, we got a bunch of Vidalia onions, and I'm going to dehydrate them all. But I want to show you something else. I made this. It's a pour. It's poured, and then you know you just kind of move it around until it make some kind of a shape. But this is my latest. I still have to, I like to put the gloss on it because it's looks a lot prettier and shiny. It'd be easier to clean off if it gets dusty too. But anyway, that's my latest. Okay, here's a little rock that I did the same thing to. Now I've got to get the bottom, I'll paint the bottom, and then I'll write Moonglow on the bottom. I did the same with this one. And I used the same paint on both of them. I've got some other things, but I don't know where I got them right now. What I'm doing though is I'm working on getting the van and making it into a studio so that Noah and I can work on out there and not be having dogs and cats knocking everything over. And so I'm working on that. I'm also going to use it to dehydrate stinky things like the onions. I'm going to be cutting these onions up, and I'm going to be dehydrating it, and so I'm going to take it outside and put it in the van. Got the window open, let the smell go out because I don't think I can handle that smell. It's too potent. But they're Vidalia onions and they're great to use. So anyway, and Noah loves onions. I hate onions, but he loves onions, so he can have it all. And then of course I've got potatoes that I'm going to make quite a bit of hash browns. I'm going to cut it up and dehydrate that also. But I got to get the Vidalias first because they're going to go bad faster. Vidalias have a tendency, sweet onions have a tendency to go bad very quickly. More so than the regular onions. And then I've got several other things that I have to dehydrate. We're going to the produce food bank, the produce on Wednesday, or is that Thursday? Wednesday. And of course we'll get some more. We have friends that we share it with, and they live further away, so it's good and convenient for us to do that. We don't need it all. We won't use it all. The other day we got oranges and apples and grapes, a whole case of grapes, seedless grapes. But we kept what we would use, and like the oranges and the apples, we gave it to our friend, and she dehydrates also, so she's able to do that as well. But you know, you share. Food banks isn't just for you, because sometimes food banks give you more than what you need, and that's fine. I'll take it because I know there's other people that need it and can't get to it, so that's what we do. I'm glad that Noah thinks like I do in this respect, because neither one of us are greedy. We don't want to keep everything to ourselves. There's going to come a time that we'll be glad that we shared. Anyway, like I said, I'm trying to get everything in the van cleaned out, situated. I'm going to put one table that I've got over here in there so that Noah could have his table, I can have my table to work on, and just get it all arranged. Also, when we go somewhere and we take Cookie with us, because we cannot leave Cookie here. No, we learned that the hard way. So like that, Cookie could come with us, but I've got all my things in there. So anyway, folks, that's just what's going on the last few days. I just thought I'd let you know. I have not gotten back on. I'm sorry. I normally do a daily thing, but I've been so busy, and I found some of, I just noticed, I found some of Cookie's toys, and I noticed the cotton is out of it. So I've got to get that cleaned up. That's my Cookie. Babies are all asleep. They all just finished eating. Their bellies are full. They went out. They had done their stuff. So they're all sleeping. And I'm going in the van to finish off my work and get all my art equipment and everything out there, and my dehydrator. So guys, thank you all. Love you. Peace. And don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. And thank you all for watching. For all my new subscribers, thank you all for subscribing. I do appreciate you so much.